The McClure family history is becoming more of a saga each and every day. And I think it's going to get more and more interesting as each day goes by. Stay tuned. Hello everyone. Welcome to the Miss Analytical Radio Show with your host, Miss Analytical, coming to you live on this beautiful Thursday afternoon in NYC. I just had to really sit back and really think about what I was going to say about this topic involving the McClure twins, because I'm going to be honest and be real straightforward. I really feel bad about these girls. Not because of the parents that they have, but it's more than that. It's because when they become adults, they're going to realize that they got pimped out by some raggedy parents that didn't want to work. Let's keep it real and let's call it what it is. Now, I'm going to pretty much read to you an article about the adoption claims, which are accurate. And it really has to do with the McClure twins, a real father exposed. Not Jason, because I had thought that Jason was the father. For years, I thought Jason was the father. But I'm going to read to you an article from BETnetworks.com. And this is what it says. You are not the father. Parents of the McClure twins received backlash for hiding twins' biological dad. Quotes, Justin and I met after the girls were born. If you weren't familiar with the U2's McClure twins before, you are probably now, since news of racist tweets from McClure family patriarch Justin McClure's old comedy account have made headlines. The deleted tweets which were posted between 2011 to 2014 on what now serves as the McClure twins account, said ignorant things like black woman would name their child allergies. Justin has since apologized on camera to the world and to his wife, Ami McClure, the twins' mother, who was black. Justin and Ami now shares an infant son together, Jersey Tayo McClure. But this scandal has forced the family to reveal another big secret. Justin isn't even the biracial twins' biological dad, although they led fans to believe he was. That's deceiving. I'm going to get to that shortly. Ami released another video this week where she briefly tells the story of how Justin entered their lives when now 5-year-old Alexis and Ava were a little over a year old, confirming that Justin actually adopted the twins. In 2012, I married a man I knew I should never have married, and finding out that I was pregnant with the girls is what gave me the courage to get out of that relationship, because I knew I couldn't bring children into a toxic and abusive environment, she said. So I did my best as a mother to not allow my mistakes to affect my children. Justin and I met after the girls were born. Ami added, they were a little over a year old. Justin adopted the girls. He is their dad. He's the only dad they've known, and he will be the only dad they've ever known. So who is the twins' father? We did some digging of our own and found out Ami was married to another man in 2012, just a year before Alexis and Ava were born. That man is Jeffrey Pesca, who is also white and resembles the girls. And based on this photo, he does. Here is Ami and their ex-husband at their engagement party from their honeymoon registry. So there's a photo of them, and I will say this, to be honest, he is much better looking than Jeffrey. But I'm going to say this too. And the reason why I read aloud the description of the photo is because I want all my listeners to see the photo. And I'm going to post a photo that shows her with her previous husband and her with her current husband. If you look at the photo with her former husband, he does look more aggressive. He does look more aggressive. He looks like he's more of an alpha male. The photo with her and her former husband, she looks more happy. Even though he's more dominant, she does look more happy. She looks more proud to be with him. She looks more proud to be with him. She looks like it's a photo like they're in this together. Even though he's like, you could look in the photo and look and see he's a take charge dude in the relationship. She looks like she's proud. She looks like she's happy that they're going to get married and she's looking forward to it. She doesn't look really sad. Now, when you look at her interactions with Justin, in a lot of those videos, she's more and more take charge. Initially in the videos, because I've studied this for like a whole week. I studied her demeanor, her pose. But towards the end of the videos, she will submit and be more passive when it comes with Justin. She'll be more passive. And I noticed that, I believe, this is just me, I believe Ami, deep down inside, worships white men. This is not just, I'm attracted to white men because I think they're gorgeous and handsome. She secretly looks up to these men as a god. And I find it that I think that she saw Justin as a savior. I do believe to a point that he was abusive, because if you look at this photo, the way he's holding on to her, he's not really holding on to her like they're like about to get married. He's holding on to her like he's about to possess her and as an object. And I'm saying to myself, this Ami woman, I mean, why would you want to put your kids in this situation? There's some real serious mental issues with this woman. It really is. And it runs real deep. But I want to get back to the issue with the girls, because I want to talk about the deceit that happened. If the Twitter post would have never been revealed, we would still believe right now that Justin McClure was the biological father of the twins. And that's the image they sold. They sold the public a lie. Even though I'm not a fan of the twins, they sold a lot to their fan base, especially to the children, because there were little girls that mainly watched the show, and they sold a lot to families. Their whole brand is built off of a lie. Think about it. If you say this is the father of the twins, people are going to believe automatically it's the bio father. All he had to do was say, me and Ami met in 2014. She was just leaving a different relationship, and we met on the platform of a subway station. And, we decided that we really liked one another, and we had feelings for one another, and we wanted to develop a romance together. And I decided that I wanted to be a father to the girls. That's all he had. But instead, they carried a lie because they wanted to sell the perfect family image. And that's the problem. And it came to bite them in the asses because of the fact that not only did you come out as a racist, but now you've come out as liars. Both of y'all come out as liars. Now, my prediction with this is that the real biological father, he's going to come forward. And I'm going to tell you why. The biological father, if he did not give up his paternal rights, he has claim, believe it or not, to how his children's be in control. Even though Justin is still the adopted father, he adopted them. The reality is that if they never contacted him, because we don't know the story, because the way Ami told the story, it's like she ran for her life, okay? She could have ran away, and that man probably didn't know what the hell was going on with his twin girls. Because Ami seems, to be honest with you, I don't trust Ami. I don't trust Ami. I don't trust Justin. And even though the dad looked a little bit suspicious too, I don't believe she told him where he was, where they were. I believe she packed her bags and left, because when she said, when I got pregnant, I knew it was time for me to bounce. Now, any man who's married to a woman and she's about to have their babies, he's not going to let her go up and leave unless he didn't care. But she didn't say it like he didn't give a damn. She said it like he was controlling, possessive, and I had to bounce. If a man is controlling, possessive, like she claims, he would have been trying to stop his daughters from being on YouTube, unless he was a greedy father that wanted a cut of the money. Okay? I predict that for years he didn't know what was going on with his daughters, and then maybe somebody tipped him off and said, your daughters is on YouTube. And I'm going to be even more blunt about it, because this is my theory behind all of this. I believe her first husband is the one that revealed those tweets. I believe that he has his hands in the pot. I believe he is the mastermind behind that revelation. I don't care. It's something that I've been thinking about like a couple of hours, and I believe Jeffrey Pesca is the one that's behind it. It's just something about this whole thing, because think about it. Twitter is something that stays on unless you actually delete your post. Why now all of a sudden is this coming out? Because people was criticizing McClure twins for years, talking about how the girls were being exploited. And that's why I never felt comfortable watching the twins on film, because I said their father, who I thought was their bio dad, is pimping out these girls. What kind of jobs do they have? Obviously none, if they're churning out videos all day, like twice a day. And they too have their own channel called the McClure algorithm. So they're making money for themselves now, but it's because their daughters blew up. I said it has to be somebody that has a vendetta against them. And who would probably have a vendetta against them no more and no other than Jeffrey Pesca, the dad. He is behind this. I don't care what nobody say. I believe he is stirring the pot, and he's trying to bring them down because of the fact that they're lying. And pretty much, even though they never really spoke about him, but the fact that those are his daughters, you're making money off of them, and you took away my right as a parent. I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even believe that he even adopted those girls. Unless I see the adoption papers, I'm not going to believe it. I'm not. Unless I see it, I'm not going to believe it. But I think Jeffrey Pesca is behind those tweets. Because who else would have a vendetta against those two? It would have to be him. Because Black Twitter is vicious. If they wanted to, after 2016, when they were first criticizing the family, those tweets could have been reviewed, brought back to the public. 2017. But now, and it's funny because the girls are going to school. The girls are 5 years old. So now they have more of a conscience where their memory is much stronger. So whereas them being 2 and 3 years old, the memory starts forming really strong once you get to be 3 and 4. Now they're 5. They're going to know this man's not their father. Now I'm going to get to something else. What I didn't like is that they didn't tell those girls. Those girls were the first ones to have a right to know. This should not have come out in the public like that. Army, you're disgraceful. Justin, you're trash. You're trash for those tweets. Because you're trash because you're not funny. I don't even believe you were ever a comedian. I believe you were just somebody that was trying to break in as an actor and maybe did comedic stuff on the side. But nothing about you is funny to me. Nothing about you really reads, I'm a comic. You don't really move like a comic. My thing with Ami is that you could have told those girls beforehand. You could have told those girls when they were 3 years old that I'm their real mother, but Justin is their father through adoption, through marriage. She could have just said he's really your stepfather. So that way, when the little baby was born, it wouldn't have been a shock to them. And so that way, when this happens, it was like, we know. Now these girls are 5 years old. They're going to kindergarten. You know what's going to happen? Kids are going to say, oh, that's why your father ain't your real daddy. They're going to start taunting those girls. One, they're going to do it out of jealousy because those girls got money. Let's keep it real. Those girls got bank. But number two, they're going to do it to them because their parents are going to be vicious enough to say something about those girls in front of them, and they're going to run back and tell it. Okay? And you put those girls in harm's way. You ruined their psyche. You could have told them that when they were 3 years old, And you could have told it again. And you could have told them what happened. And you could have just dressed it up as saying, things didn't work out with your biological father. And it worked out much better that this man is your father. He may not be your bio dad, but this is your real father. You could address it to them such better, especially when you put them in the public eye like that. And it's like, I'm gonna get to you, especially right after I finish this video, because I got a whole lot to say about you, darling. A whole lot to say, especially as an African American woman, because what you said about us with no culture, I'm gonna get to that in the next video. But I'm gonna wrap this up and say this. The McClure twins are not actresses. They're not singers. They're not even child stars. They're YouTube celebrities, okay? However, they have been accustomed to the celebrity lifestyle since they've been, I would say, 3 years old. Like, more so, 2.5, 3 years old. The way social media is now, anybody become a star off of it once you have millions of followers. And they have over 1 million followers. They almost have over 100 million views, I believe. The thing is that they now hit the red carpets. They've now met other celebrities. They've now given interviews with other media outlets. So they're treated as potential celebrities where they can probably get acting gigs. They've also modeled. They're not the average child of another 5-year-old. When they hit pre-kindergarten this September, they're going to come into the classroom like celebrities. And people are going to talk about them because people talk about celebrities in general. But they're not going to... What could have happened is they could have been, given the red carpet treatment by the kids. Like, oh, I see you in school. I see you on videos, I like the videos. My parents like them. But now it's going to be like, my parents like the videos. We like them. But what happened to your real father? So now these kids are going to be hit with a lot of questions. You basically put them in harm's way, Army. And that's why I'm going to say this. I believe that you just ruined those little girls' brands. Because the trust. Not even just the racist tweets, but that was a huge lie. And nobody was ready for that shocker. When I met the girls, and you could have just, and then you made the video, and you didn't have to say that. You could have said, when I made those, I'm talking about Justin, you could have said, when I made those posts back in 2011, I wasn't a racist, but then I met you, and things changed. I mean, there were so many ways you could address it, and then I realized, you could have just dressed it in so many ways, but sometimes fate has a funny way of occurring. And I believe that this was fate that had to happen because I believe that you were bamboozling the public. And a lie cannot stand still on a foundation. It just can't. If a lie is built off of a story, it's going to crumble. I think their empire is going to... And I hate to say it because I feel bad for the little girls. I really do, because the girls seem really sweet. But Army, you did it to yourself, and I believe this is all coming down because of your insecurities. As, in my opinion, I don't think you're very comfortable with who you are. And this is the consequence of that. And on that note, this is Miss Analytical signing off. Thank you for listening to this audio. Thank you for viewing this on my YouTube channel. Please follow me on Speaker.com, Miss Analytical. Please check out my YouTube channel that is growing, titled Miss Analytical. And I will be right back shortly with another video that's gonna go into more details about the McClure family with a focus on Ami McClure and Justin McClure. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.